So this is today, 1st of April. This is Polish spring for you. 2 weeks ago we had 20 degrees and now we have this. And -2. But it's gonna make for some nice light for our video. Hello everyone, welcome to another American Song Contest reaction video. So today we're gonna be looking at Oregon, New York, Nebraska, Virgin Islands, Kentucky, North Dakota, Montana, Kansas, Virginia, Maine, and Ohio. Before we move on to the reactions, I just wanted to say that on this channel, we support Ukrainian people. I want to remind you to, try and do whatever you can to help out the Ukrainian people in their time of need. And yeah. So just like last week, I'm going to be telling you the state nicknames and I'm going to say what I associate with them, like what's the first thing that pops into my head. So for Oregon, it's called the Beaver State. I'm pretty sure it's on the West Coast, or it's either next to California or above California. And one time I actually met a girl from Oregon. I met her in Kiev in Ukraine, in fact. Actually, that was in the year 2016 or 2017, something like that. So I was I was staying at this hostel, and there were these two Americans there. I don't remember where the other American was from, but the girl was from Oregon. And the funny thing was that it was me, these two Americans, and then one Ukrainian guy. We're all staying at this hostel, and basically the only language that all four of us spoke was German. It was quite interesting. It was basically the first time out of university that I was using German to communicate with people. That's the one thing that I associate with Oregon, that girl. But other than that, I don't know anything about this state. So let's see. So the song representing Oregon is $1 Million Smoothies. So that sounds like a really fun title. We'll see if the song is as fun as the title is. And it's by the band Courtship.
Wake up in the morning, feeling so important. Another fruity latte, drink it on my yacht. Living bad and bougie, $1 million smoothies. When my money blows up, hope it fill the hole up. Drink it up, drink it up. Drink it up, drink it up. When my money blows up, hope it fill the hole up. Take it up another level. No, I can't give you love, but a pretty little Porsche's enough. Living bad. When my money blows up, hope it fill the hole up.
This year, Eurovision, we have this one supposedly funny entry. What's the title? Eat Your Salad. I think that this is a much better attempt at a humorous entry, because the thing about Eat Your Salad was that the message is become vegetarian, become vegan, take care of the environment. So are you actually trying to get people to do this? Or are you trying to make fun of it? This, however, you can absolutely make fun of rich people and people who care about material stuff. This is something that deserves to be mocked, and deserves to be made fun of, right? Whereas, making a funny song about being eco-friendly is kind of like you're undercutting your own message. What exactly are you doing there? And here, I think it all makes more sense. It was definitely very entertaining. It's catchy. The staging is really cool, especially I love the beginning when they're like lying in bed there. Good job, Oregon. Next on our list is New York. So I'm not going to be saying anything about New York. I mean, I can give you the nickname, Empire State. I'm not going to get into like what I associate with New York, because that would be silly. Everyone associates lots of stuff with New York, obviously. I'm not going to be doing this for New York, Texas, and California, because, these states are way too famous. It makes no sense to even like talk about them, I think. So New York is represented by Anissa with the song Green Light. Let's see. Now I have one criticism about her vocals. It's just that she's from the generation of singers that came after Rihanna and they all try to sound like Rihanna. I don't think she even is consciously trying to sound like her, like on purpose. I think it's just that Rihanna changed the landscape of singing so much that, you know, people just kind of emulate her style without even realizing it. But the song is really catchy, I would say. It's a pretty nice pop song, dance song, and it's a catchy tune. I can imagine that Anissa would be like featured on a lot of tracks by DJs and stuff because she's a good vocalist, but I don't think that, I cannot imagine her making it super big in the music industry just because she doesn't sound unique, in my opinion. Next up on our list is Nebraska, known as the Cornhusker State or the Beef State. So the only thing that I associate with Nebraska is Penny from the show The Big Bang Theory, because she was from Nebraska. That's basically it. Okay, so Nebraska is represented by Jocelyn with the song Never Alone.
You say it's tough cause you don't feel pretty enough, the same here. When you lose hope, I just want you to know lonely is never alone.
That's a good question. What's worse? Being alone or being lonely? Alone means you're on your own, like there's no one else. And lonely is the feeling of like there's no one there for me. No one loves me, no one understands me. That's what loneliness means to me. So it's worse to be lonely. Or is she singing that if you feel lonely, I understand you. And you can listen to my song and feel less lonely. Maybe that's what she's trying to say there? I don't know. Tell me in the comments, what do you think is worse? Being alone or being lonely? I would love to know. Oh, this is a ballad. So obviously not my favorite thing. It's decent. It's decent. Okay, next up on our list are the American Virgin Islands. Like I said on my last video, if I say anything really stupid, and you guys catch me saying something really stupid about your state or about America in general, please educate me in the comments. So one of you guys on my last video did educate me on the fact that the territories actually do have nicknames. Thanks Ganapati Kamesh, I wanted to give you a shout out. Thanks to him, I know that Virgin Islands are called the Americas Caribbean. Okay, so Virgin Islands, I have zero associations with Virgin Islands. I know they exist. And they are represented by Cruz Rock, or Cruz Rock, and the song Celebrando. Oh my god, Caribbean English just sounds so cool. Definitely the dancing on American Song Contest is very different from the dancing at Eurovision. Just way more booty shaking, if you want to know what it is that I mean. It was a pretty catchy song, a dance song, so that's quite cool. It's energetic. It's a little bit repetitive because I feel like it's the same lyrics over and over again. But in general, it was quite nice. It was quite nice. So next up on our list is Kentucky, called the Bluegrass State. So Kentucky, I of course associate with Kentucky Fried Chicken. I believe Senator Mitch McConnell is from Kentucky, and I think also Senator Rand Paul is from Kentucky. So yes, and I know that Mitch McConnell is the least popular senator among his own constituents. So There's an achievement right there. Obviously, Mitch McConnell used to be, not the Speaker of the House. What's the... I don't remember what do they call the main senator person, like the Senate Majority Leader. Oh, thank you. Right. I mean, thank you. Thanks for nothing. I remembered this on my own. Okay, so let's hear it. Okay, so Kentucky is represented by Jordan Smith with the song Sparrow. So it's a ballad.
To those who told you what you are, sparrow, up and fly away. There's a brighter day.
Very nice, clean singing. Very nice, clean high notes. Also sounds like it could be a Eurovision song, really. Well, impressive singing for sure. No, not my kind of thing for sure. You know, obviously a very good performance. I kind of feel a little bit like I felt about Houston last week, where, you know, the performance is really great. The singing is amazing, sure, and his skill as an artist is something to behold. But the song itself isn't that special or interesting to me. Next up on our list is North Dakota. Called the Flicker Tail State, or the Sioux State, or Peace Garden State. So that's a lot of nicknames for a state that I associate with nothing. Okay, that's not entirely true, because I remember that John Oliver did have an episode on either North Dakota or South Dakota, and oil drilling there. So there's that, I guess. And I mean, but the main thing that I associate with either Dakota is this one scene from Friends, where, you know, Ross was making fun of Monica for not remembering all the 50 states, and she said, like, well, no one remembers the Dakotas. Okay, so is represented by Chloe Fredericks with the song Can't Make You Love Me. Well, there was a song, Can't Make You Love Me. So I'm pretty sure this is an original song, but maybe not an original idea behind it, I'd say, you know? Yeah, it's definitely a different song. Okay, just looking at the title, I was expecting more of a ballad, and this is quite cool, actually, quite funky. I really like her voice. Very nice timbre. This is really, really cool. I really liked it. The performance great. The song is great. It's very, very catchy. It has a very nice, cool sound to it. I might continue listening to it some more in the future. Next up on our list is Montana, called the Treasure State. And again, I know nothing about Montana. I thought that Dick Cheney was from Montana, but then I checked and it turns out he's from Wyoming. I am pretty sure. Montana has some other really cringy representatives or senators, but I don't know who they are. That's it. Okay, so Montana is represented by Jonah Prill with the song Fire It Up. I also forgot that Montana is also called the Big Sky Country. What's up with the cars on the stage? What function do they serve exactly? Okay, roll the windows down, fine. Well, that has to do with cars, yeah, so. His head gestures are kind of weird to me, I don't know. You have some, like, grass in the background, a truck. You know, this very kind of country setting, and obviously he is dressed up in like these country clothes, but the song doesn't sound super country. Maybe, you know, it's modern country, so. It's okay. It's not like a great song. I kind of don't see it moving on to the semifinals because it just doesn't seem special enough. He does seem very likable. Like, I kept smiling looking at him because he seems to have just, you know, he seems to be having fun on that stage. Next up on our list is Kansas, known as the Sunflower State or the Jayhawker State. I would argue that Kansas is the best state because that's where Superman is from. Yeah, I mean, at the very beginning when Superman was created, it wasn't really disclosed in the comic books where exactly he's from, but for the last like 5 or 4 decades, it's been sort of established that he's from Kansas. So you can't get any better than that. You're the home state of Superman. And on top of that, also Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Oh, of course. And because of Dorothy, obviously I associate also Kansas with tornadoes. And the one more thing that I associate with Kansas is that there is Kansas City in Kansas, but Kansas City Chiefs are not from Kansas, but they're from Missouri, which makes no sense. And of course, the 3rd season of Queer Eye on Netflix was set in Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas. Okay, let's listen to Broderick Jones and his song Tell Me. Okay, wow, did not expect this transition. That drop is so random. I mean, it just doesn't sound like a song that would have a drop like this. So I don't know what to think about that. Because it's neither like a ballad, but it's not really a club song either. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. Well, it's interesting at the very least, and it's distinctive, so that's good. You tell me what you think. Because I'm at a loss for words. I mean, I would say the drop though is quite cool, and I liked it. Surprising, but maybe in a good way. I don't know. I will have to like listen more to this song and decide if I like it or not. Next on our list is Virginia, known as the Old Dominion and the mother of presidents. So I think Virginia is a neighboring state of Washington, D.C. So the one thing I know about Virginia is that the state legislature is dominated by the Democrats. Democrats have the majority in the state. They have a Democrat governor. And it's the worst state in terms of labor laws in all of the US. So that tells you all you need to know about the Democrats, I think. Anyways, so Virginia is represented by Almira Zaki. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And her song, Over You. So this is actually a good example of a song that I don't think I would hear at the Eurovision Song Contest. It does feel like it's a different type of songwriting. From that perspective, that's good. It feels American to me. It reminds me of all the music that I didn't listen to when I was a teenager. Like, I remember that if a song like this came up on MTV, I would switch over to another channel. I just wasn't into R&B. Her vocals are on point. You know, it has a very cool vibe. I think she moves well on the stage. She's more into like her singing rather than connecting with the audience, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that she's kind of really feeling the lyrics there, and that's definitely a good thing, right? So the next state on our list is Maine, known as the Pine Tree State. And of course, I associate Maine mostly with Stephen King's novels, right? A lot of them are set in Maine. So I think that that's his home state. I'm not sure about that. It's on the East Coast and it's up in the north, like right at the Canadian border, I think. So it's represented by, I think, it's pronounced King Coyote. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his stage name. I think it's a stage name. I don't think that's his, like, that's on his birth certificate or something. And the song is Get Out Alive. So let's see.
But I know that isn't right. At least I know we try. We can only be down the line. Life's too short to wait to die.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you should try to get over it. But I know it's easier said than done. I quite like what's happening in the background there. Yeah, this bridge is quite nice. For a song that's not in the genre that I typically like, this was quite nice. I quite enjoyed that, actually. I don't know what it is. Is it his singing or what? But it's quite cool. I don't know. I vibed with it. It's relatable to me on some level, you know, so that probably plays a role there too. Okay, so the last entry on our list is Ohio. Okay, so I think the only thing that I associate with Ohio, I believe that a disproportionate number of astronauts come from Ohio for some reason. That's basically it. Other than that, I don't know anything about this state, honestly. It's somewhere in the middle, right? Ohio is represented by Macy Gray. So, like I said, these are the two big names, the ones that I know at least, in the American Song Contest. So, Michael Bolton and Macy Gray. So, let's see. Her song is Every Night. Okay, who's that? So it's obviously featuring someone, but it doesn't say. Well, she has an unmistakable voice, right? So all day she's getting high. After that she celebrates? Hanging with my baby, right? Yeah. I feel like it's a song for putting on in the background when, you know, you're entertaining guests or something and you just want something nice and, you know, just playing in the background that would just set the mood or something. But not really like a song that you listen to and you kind of like really groove with, I think. It's no say, I try to say goodbye and I choke. Trying to walk away and I stumble. Sorry. So it's not that. It's not that. It's not try. You know, it's not that level of artistry and catchiness and etc. It's quite cool, but I don't know. I don't know if it packs enough of a punch to, you know, advance to the next round. So, okay, so that's it for today. So I would have to say that I think that I most enthusiastically reacted to North Dakota. So Chloe Fredericks, good job there. I also quite liked Maine and Oregon. I definitely did not vibe with Nebraska and Kentucky. So yeah, that was just not at my alley at all. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button. It would definitely help me out in the YouTube algorithm. If you want some more content from me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There will definitely be more videos coming up on the American Song Contest and also on Eurovision. And yes, thank you very much and I'll see you next week. Bye!